Number two, undercutting and backstabbing. When I say undercutting and backstabbing your companies, right? Undercutting the prices for service in your area, backstabbing people that are giving you opportunities to work or to make money. All of us, we know of guys who have gotten hired by a company when they've lost. Whoo, boy. Oh my God. I don't want to say some shit that's going to like be too on the nose, but we all know people that have gotten terminated from their law enforcement jobs only to get picked up because they know somebody at the security company, right? This guy has done something egregious, has put himself and his department in a bad light. And the only place where he can go and work that same type of job, because that's all that he knows how to do, right, is to go into private security. And then that guy gets into private security and does what? Undercuts the contract, goes behind the company's back, tries to bid it himself, steals the employees to go work for him and someone else that he knows. We all know these stories. Right? Undercutting and backstabbing. That shit's got to stop. Leave that in 2023. Again, man code. I don't know why people, I guess like folks just aren't being raised by their fathers or whatever the situation is, but there used to be a code of honor. There used to be a little bit of respect. If you're working for a company and you want to start your own thing, be a man and talk to your supervisor, talk to the owner and be straight up. If you're going to go after a contract that you're working and you're going to undercut that or underbid that, be a man, be straight up and talk to the people that have put you in that situation. Like, just be a man about it, right? There's nothing wrong with that if that's what you want to do, but just don't do some don't do some hoe shit and do it behind people's backs. That's got to stop. All right. Last but not least, number one, stop arguing with people. Security guards, stop arguing. Yesterday, we had a situation. My New Year's resolution going into work yesterday was to stop arguing. Now, I am not an arguer in the sense that like I yell with people and go back and forth with people. I don't. I talk to people the same way I'm talking to you guys. I try to be very calm. I try to be very articulate. I try to be very rational, right? I do my absolute best to de-escalate, to try and talk people off the ledge. But when I went to work yesterday, I said, you know what? 2024, this is my mindset. I don't get paid any extra by expending all this energy to have a conversation with a crackhead that doesn't want to listen. I don't. Not to mention the fact that we have a police department that has been missing in action for the past 3.5 years. And recently, over the past couple of weeks, they have said, hey, we are going to crack down on retail theft. We have companies that are working with the company that I service, where their job is to take people that we have issues with and prosecute them. We have all of these stopgaps and fail safes to change the dynamic of the retail theft that's happening here in Portland. Okay, great. Then y'all deal with it, right? So we had a situation yesterday where a guy comes in, he doesn't want to leave. He gets into it with the manager. We've got 2 other security guards that are dealing with this guy and they're telling him to leave. And he's like, I ain't going anywhere. And they're going back and forth with him and he's telling him what he's not going to do. And the guards are telling them what he's going to do. And I come over and I said, what's the situation? I asked this to the manager. The manager says X, Y, and Z. Okay. Do you want him out? Yeah. Are you trespassing him? Yeah. Okay. You 2 officers peel off, go back and do what you were doing. You over here, call the cops. Sir, you're trespassing. We're calling the cops. And then we step back. No more engagement. You want to stand there? I get off at 11. If you want to stand there for the next 8 hours, knock yourself out. When the cops get here, they can deal with you. We stepped back. We did not engage with this guy any longer. The cops showed up within 10 minutes. Cops come in. Hey, bro, what are you doing? You're trespassing. It's time to go. If you don't leave, we're going to drag you out of here. The argument then is between him and the police officers. And the police officers made the decision after a couple of minutes to say, if you do not walk outside, we're going to drag you outside and we're going to arrest you. It's that simple. The cop says, I understand that you want to stand your ground, that you feel you've been wronged. So I get all of that. If you want to get a phone number to corporate, you can do that. You can call them tomorrow. But what you're not going to do is continue to stay inside this location. You've been trespassed. You're breaking the law. It's time to go. And that's it. Done. Right? So any negativity that people have, towards law enforcement being involved with this guy, any issues that this guy has, whatever it is, that's between them and the police. Right? Now, if he would have done something between the time that we disengaged with this guy, I would have definitely re-engaged and addressed that situation. But the back and forth and long drawn out conversations, like, to me, that stuff is stopping. It's stopping. Coming into the situation like a flow chart. What is the issue? Blah, 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 blah. This person needs to leave. Sir, they've asked you to leave. Please leave. I'm not leaving. Great. We're calling the cops. You're breaking the law. And then anything that happens from that point forward, we'll address each individual issue, but we're not going to have this long conversation. Stop arguing, people. Right? It doesn't change anything. It puts all of us as security guards in a situation where now we're on social media having a back and forth, right? How many First Amendment auditors, they come in, hey, I'm gonna walk around the building and I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that, and the security guard's like, no, you can't do that. You're sitting here having a nonsensical conversation with someone who's never going to go, you know what, you're right. They're never going to do that. They're never going to say, you know what, you've pointed something out to me, you're right. Hey, they don't want you in the building. Well, I have every constitutional right to be here. Great. I'm going to call the cops and you guys can deal with it. Done. No more conversation. You're not going to have me up on YouTube, phone in my face like this, having me violating somebody's rights. Like, no, stop that shit. It's unnecessary, guys. Kill the argument. All right.